Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Judith Obazile, aka Miss J. Thank you so much for giving me the privilege to be in your face. I really do appreciate that a lot. Okay, so here on this channel, I actually usually just get to talk about movies, and not just talking about movies, but actually precisely talking about different lessons we could actually learn from movies, okay, and how they actually affect us in different areas of our lives. All right, so I pick out lessons or we can learn about life, different aspects of life, all through the lens of movies. Isn't that amazing? I know it is. Okay, so today I'll actually be talking about a very wonderful movie, an interesting movie. I actually saw this movie sometimes last year when it came out around 2020. Yes, I can't remember what month precisely, but I know it was around 2020 it came out, right? But I got to watch it sometimes around last year, 2021. Yes, and I feel this movie actually has lessons in it that actually do pertain, young people, pertain every single individual that is actually striving to make ends meet, to just earn a living, and coupled with the fact that you are also trying to build your own dreams. Okay, so because as a worker, let me say as a 9 to 5er, yeah, you are, even if you're not a 9 to 5er, even as an entrepreneur, whichever ways it might be. But before you get to that point of working for yourself, right, you must have in one way or another worked for someone. Okay, so every individual actually gets in that position where they might be working for someone, but then they also have their own dreams that they want to actualize and pursue. Okay, so sometimes many of us are actually not so sure of how to go about it, and sometimes most people actually get to make wrong decisions, sometimes make good decisions, but either ways, I think what matters most is actually knowing that your dreams are valid and you should actually go for it, go for that dream. You should actually pursue it and achieve it because your dreams are valid, right? Okay, so today I'll actually be sharing and I'll be talking precisely on career aspects, career, work, entrepreneurship, and all those stuff. Yeah, and through the lens of the movie Who's the Boss? Yeah, so this movie, like I said, is actually a 2020 movie, and it stars many wonderful, okay, not so many, but it actually stars really nice characters such as Sharon Oja. Yeah, that lady is so wonderful. I think I always love her movies, right? I'm not sure there's really any movie I have watched her in and I didn't really like her character per se. I cannot really remember at this point in time, but so far I think in all of the movies I have seen her acting in, I've always loved her movies, right? In Skinny Girls in Transit. Did you watch that series? I really loved her character there. I really loved it. Yeah. So she's really nice. Then in Oloture, come on, I really do love her acting skills and all those stuff. She's good. She's good. Alright, then we have Funke Akindele, who acted the role of Hawa, who's the witchy boss. Yeah, do you have a witchy boss? Like, some bosses are just so terrible. Like, very, very, very terrible. Like, if terrible was a person, I think some bosses would actually fit in, like, perfectly. Like, it would also be the perfect description and picture of terrible. No, seriously speaking. Honestly speaking. So anyways, Funke Akindele actually played the role of Hawa, aka the witchy boss. Alright, then I have your Blossom Chukwujeku, who acted the role of Lekon, or as some people started calling it after Lekon won Big Brother, Lekon. Okay. So it's gonna be called Lekon, right? Okay, so Blossom Chukwujeku really did so well, and there was a time I actually used to crush on this guy, like this man, sorry, because he's a man, he's not a guy. Yeah, I used to crush on. Okay, then it was like a guy, anyways. But like Blossom Chukwujeku is a very really will I say, sweet actor as well. First of all, he's very handsome, yes. Then secondly, he acts really well, like just this cool, nice role. And have you seen one of his latest movies that actually came out early this year? I think that was during Easter period, which is Loving Amanda. Have you seen Loving Amanda? Oh my goodness. You should. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It was actually written and produced by Pastor Laju Iren, aka the Lord Storyteller. Like my pastor, like I feel so proud right now. Anyways, you should actually get to see that movie if you haven't. I'm not sure it's actually out now for like viewing publicly or something, but I know you still have to get tickets to buy, because when it came out first, it was initially premiered on like on air, like this on air online, will I say online cinemas or something. I really do not know the adjective to use to describe it. You know what, let's just focus on the main thing here so I don't start skipping in my words or something. Okay, so but anyways, you should actually look out for the movie Loving Amanda, right? Then I have Inidima Okoje. She acted the role of Jumoke. Jumoke, see, you only need a Jumoke in your life. Like, you really didn't need a Jumoke in your life. At least two. If you have two Jumokes in your life, I think you're good to go. If you have more Jumokes in your life, you're good to go. Now, when I say having a Jumoke in your life, I don't mean someone that bears Jumoke. Okay, don't worry. Just stick around with me and you get to know why I say that. Then I also have here Beverly Osu. Yeah, she also really did well. Although she didn't really get to, her role wasn't so, like, you know, she wasn't the lead character. She didn't really get to act any major role like that, but she also did well. And I actually do like some of her movies. Yeah, I do. Then I have Tayo Faniro. Yes, that was a Big Brother Nigeria star. Okay, so Tayo Faniro. Okay, so the movie is actually majorly about, I'll just give, you know, normal, you know, normal. Okay, so the movie is actually about, I think the main focus is actually on Liah, which was acted by Sharon Oja. Okay, so she's the like executive assistant to Hawa, who is like the, will I say, assistant person in charge or stand boss sort of an ad agency, like ad advertising agency, right? And Liah is a very brilliant, smart, intelligent girl, but sadly she has a very, very terrible boss who always will I say, downplay her or something. Like, she just always washes her down, okay? And she doesn't like always make her shine or give her that space, opportunity to shine. She always takes credit for even her own ideas. Do you get? Because she always comes through for her, but especially when she has like a deadline or something. So most of the work her boss does, she's actually the one that actually gets to do it, right? Because she comes up with literally all of the ideas, right? And so she's due for a promotion at her workplace, but her boss actually, will I say, literally snatches it from her. Like, because she knew she had earned it. You know, it's one thing to say that, okay, you want a promotion, but you've not earned it, and so like you have to earn it. And it's another thing for a person to have actually earned something and you did not give it to that person. Like, who does that? Really, who? Anyways, our witchy boss did that in this movie. Okay, so she didn't actually grant her that promotion that she had been looking for when it eventually came, right? So and I think the reason why she didn't always let her shine was because she knew she was very good. That is how I knew that Liah was very good. Okay, so I think she also had this fear of her eventually getting to take her role or her position or something. So she just wanted her to remain at that low position where she was and not giving her room to actually grow in her career. Well, everything went on that way until So Liah decides to, her friend Jumoke got her to know about an opportunity, like in that the line ad agency stuff and all that. So Liah actually took it up, like she took the opportunity, and she actually made a pitch for it. So there was like an opportunity for a pitch, okay? So she actually made a pitch for the company, okay, like to, not for her own company, like for her own self, like let me say her own company, okay? So there was like an opening for a contract stuff, all right? So they needed, so this organization needed companies in that line, like in the advertisement line, to actually come in so they could partner with them and get the stuff done. So she actually went in for that. So she took in her pitch, and voila, they actually liked it. And the funny thing was that her boss's company, like where she was working with, also came in for that. Okay, so she had to make her friend Lekon, that is Lekon, to actually stand in for, like, act like he's the owner of Liah's ad agency. Okay, so he actually had to like stand in rather for her, because he's an actor. He played the role of an actor there. Okay, so he acted like he was the one behind Liah. Meanwhile, he wasn't. Okay, so the whole drama went on, and she kept on winning like some major deals, major contracts, until eventually there was this major one that came in, and she directly had to go against her immediate boss, that is Hawa, because Hawa was like representing their own company, and their major competitor was this Liah's company, right? So she calls her that they need to work on a proposal, and because this Liah's company, they're really doing that, and they need to kick them out. They need to make sure that they win them, this, that, all those stuff, all those competitive stuff and all that. So she eventually blurts out, and she's like, she's the one behind Liah's company. And her boss is like, you? So she talks her down and all that, and she threatens to sue her, okay? And because of that, she eventually, so there was the main boss, like the CEO in person of Shegun Arinze, actually comes to an agreement with her that Liah's company would like come under theirs, okay? But she would still definitely be playing the role of the director and all that, okay? So she actually agrees to that. So the whole drama goes on and on. Then afterwards, I guess it just gets to the point where she really cannot withhold it anymore. Then she decides to leave, and Hawa as well tries to then partner with Liah, like to just, because she had definitely seen that this girl was really good, okay? So I think they just really wanted to make this bad guy exit out of the company or something. Okay, but after they had done that, Liah then eventually does the final bowing out by leaving the whole thing to, what is her name, Hawa, because their plan was they work together and start everything all together from the scratch. Okay, which is what I feel Liah should have even done. Like, just resign and go, for goodness sake. Because, okay, let me just calm down. We'll get to that point. So eventually, she leaves the whole thing for Hawa, and so Hawa at that point really feels so pained and all that, but she really can't do her nada. Okay, like absolutely nothing, and so she decides to do her own thing, and yeah, then we have the love side, the romantic side to it. That was between her and Lekon. Lekon, in person of Luzon, like that was, they had a very, very they really brought in the romance aspect of the movie. Okay, so it was a very beautiful one to watch, a very, very nice one to watch, and I'm sure other people definitely have had one or two other critiques from it, but And there were some other critics there I think I might have had, but I think that I'll just be focusing on the career lessons we can actually draw out from this movie. So the first thing I would actually want to say is for you to actually know when it's time to leave. Yeah, so if you are an employee, you should know when it's time for you to actually leave your present will I say job or something, especially when you see that it's really no longer, let's say, serving you or paying you in any way. Like when you see that you're really not gaining anything from it anymore. Okay, I think you should actually be able to identify when it's time to take a new step, to take a new move. All right, you should. So don't get will I say so relaxed or so scared. Many times it could actually be out of fear of, okay, how would I start getting a new job? Are there even still jobs anywhere? There are, okay, even though there might be quite scarce or maybe a bit difficult to find or something, but I think you should actually just try to even take the first step or first move of, making knowing, just take that first step, right? Rather than just wallowing in fear and assumptions. Okay, so just actually take that first step. So make inquiries, just step out of that zone, right? Because for Liah, I think that was where she really was. She knew she really wasn't gaining anything so much from there, but I guess out of fear she didn't want to just leave. Probably she had the fear of how is she gonna start all over again, or if she decides to start her own, probably as an entrepreneur, so how would she start from the scratch, or where would she start looking to get a job or something. So I think for her, she was actually just really, really scared. But either ways, one thing I would just say is to actually know when it's time for you to move from that particular organization, and especially when it's really not giving you an opportunity to grow anymore in your career path. Because truth is, one major thing we work, apart from getting to earn money, is to actually grow in our chosen career path, right? So when you see that you're really not learning or getting anything from that organization, it's best to actually leave, especially when it's not even beginning to affect you emotionally, when the environment is no longer conducive. I think that is one thing many people don't really get to consider, like taking note of the environment, like your work environment is necessary, because your mental health, your peace of mind is actually very, very important. Okay, so no matter the amount of money you have been paid, I know this might be a bit hard to do because for some people, but I think above all, one thing we should always place even above money is your peace of mind. All right, so if you really are not getting that anymore, it's actually time to move, right? Okay, then I also have here that permit me, I'm actually taking stuff down from my notes. Okay, so you should actually, and my phone, yeah. And you should also be confident about yourself. Okay, so never doubt your skills or abilities. I think I even made mention of this in one of the movies I talked about recently. You should actually never doubt your abilities, never doubt your skills. You should actually have that confidence in yourself, because Liah knew what she was capable of doing. She knew it, but many a times Hama just comes and down talks her. Like she just talks her down, and then you just get to see this expression on her face, like that moment when you get to do something done, when you get something done and you feel so excited, you'll be so happy and proud of yourself. Then all of a sudden someone just comes and like, okay, is this it? And you just feel like, I don't get it, like, is it that it's not good enough? So is that questioning your own capabilities, like, I'm not good enough? Is it I'm not good enough? Or what did I get wrong? Truth is, many times you really do not get anything wrong. You just need to actually have that confidence and believe that what you did was actually the best. Okay, so believe in your capabilities, believe in your skills, have that self-confidence. So nobody from anywhere will just come and down talk you or something. Should actually believe in your skills, believe in your abilities rather. All right. Then I think having good friends is another important thing. There are different categories of friends. Yeah, there are different categories of friends. You have people who are your firefighters, and you have those who are your firelighters. I'm sure you might have probably heard this one way or another, maybe in one seminar or program or relationship stuff or all that. But the truth is, I said sometimes back that this talk on friendship cannot be overemphasized, because we actually really do need great friends, people we call friends in our lives. We need them. So it's important to actually have firelighters in your life. These are the people who help you actually make your light shine. Like, they actually help you bring out your light. They help you blow out your fire. Okay, no, not blow out, but like, let me say, increase your fire. Like, just let your fire shine. And Jumoke and Lekon, especially Jumoke, really did that. Now, that is why I said you should actually have a Jumoke in your life, or at least 2 Jumokes and more in your life. Okay, because you actually need people who believe in you as well, and who are able to also push you out there, right? Just push you. And so even times when you feel like you're not good enough, you should actually be able to, you should have people around you that can actually encourage and support you, that can also even see that positive thing in you and fuel it, and push it, and just make it shine and shine and shine and shine. So you actually do need those kind of people in your life, and you should also be that kind of person. Yes, you should also be a Jumoke. I'm not saying you should change your name to Jumoke though. I am not saying you should change your name to Jumoke, but all I'm saying is that you should also be that kind of friend, okay? Don't just be the kind of friend that always collects, but also give. And what can you give? You could give your time, your resources, wisdom, advice. There's so many ways you could come through for people you call your friends. And you should also have friends that would always come through for you, friends that always have you in mind, because this opportunity that Liah got, it was actually through Jumoke, and that is because Jumoke was always there for her. I mean, at times when Liah is just feeling down or sad, one person she wants to is Jumoke. Like, even at work, when she's feeling one type of way, is Jumoke should call first. Okay, so you should actually have such people in your life that are always there for you, that would always look out for you. And you should also be that kind of person in someone else's life. All right, it's very necessary, so you don't be like an Oliver Twist or something. Again, so another thing I have is for you to actually know the rules, know your rights. Okay, that is just a major thing, because, and one way you could actually one step could actually get to achieve this is by thoroughly going through your employment letter. So when you get employed in a place, you should actually go through your plan, know what your JD is, that is your job description, know what it entails. So when anyone is beginning to cross the line, you know what to do. All right, and so no one will also begin to threaten you with things that are not even true, or things that they can't actually even do. Okay, like pertaining the job space, or like in work environments or stuff, right? So because in this case, when Liah blurted out telling Hawa that she was the owner, or like the one behind Liah's company, Awa threatened her, like, to sue her or something. That was how she, spoke all these legal terms and all that. Okay, so you should actually know your rights, okay, and thoroughly go through the employment letter. It's important. And if there are maybe some terms or things you do not really understand, it's best to, if you have a lawyer friend, or just call a lawyer friend, or call someone that would have more knowledge in that line, and let the person really interpret it for you in the lowest term and form as possible. It is very, very necessary, so no one starts to threaten you for no reason, especially when you are right, especially when you have no fault or whatever. Okay, so you should actually know your rights as an employee. yes in that particular place. Okay, it's very, very, very necessary. Then another one I have here is actually ensure that you are valuable. Make yourself valuable. Because show this, Liah was actually really valuable, because even when the CEO of her own the company where she was working with, the ad agency she was working with, got to know that she was the one that they have been competing with all this while. Okay, he was the one that actually even brought the suggestion of them, will I say, of Liah's company coming under them, but she was still like, work as the director of the company and all that. He was one that brought it. So that is because he knew that this girl is good. Okay, and for you to actually make yourself good is by investing in yourself. What skills do you have at this point in time? What skills do you have in the next years to come? What skills would you have also acquired to top up the ones you have? Okay, so don't just be there and we're hoping for one miracle to happen somewhere else. So now I think all of these I've even said from the very beginning is actually even boils down to this. So don't say you just want to leave a company or leave a place when you yourself, you are not really adding any value to it, or when you're also even being lazy, because some treatments could come because of our own attitude to work at times, because some people actually do have a very bad and poor attitude to work. So that is a different level and a different case entirely. All right, but like in this case, you know your worth, one, you know what you're capable of, you know your abilities, you know your skills and strength. Okay, so you wouldn't have anyone just come treat you anyhow or talk to you anyhow, right? So you should actually make yourself valuable. Okay, and I actually wrote here that you should, okay, yeah, like I said, invest in yourself, have value. What value do you have? What value do you have? What skills do you have? Yes, you might have the skills now, but in the next 1 or 2 years to come, would you have grown, or would you still be like at that same position where you were? It's very necessary. I think this cuts across whatever field you might be you in the 9 to 5 category or the entrepreneurship category. Okay, so you should actually learn to invest in yourself regularly, invest in yourself regularly, and for whatever line you might be going into, you should actually really have enough knowledge. Just keep increasing your knowledge. Like the saying goes, learning never dies until a man dies, right? So we learn every day. So you should actually keep upping your skills, increasing your knowledge in your field and even across other fields as well, right? Okay, so I'll just quickly wrap up with everything I said, go through it again. So I just said you should never doubt in yourself, never doubt in your skills and abilities, and your dreams are valid. So you should actually pursue them and achieve them, and you should also know your worth and your value. So when it's time for you to actually leave a place, know when it's time to move. Okay, then you should have good friends, supportive friends, and also be a good friend as well. Then you should also get to share your problems with the right people, because I think I said that because Liah always knew when to share problems with Jumoke and Lekon, especially Jumoke. So she wasn't just always holding it back to herself and trying to figure it out by herself, especially when she knew she couldn't. Okay, so it's okay to always share your problems, but emphasis on with the right people. Emphasis on that, with the right people. Okay, then you should also invest in yourself, invest in your skills, make yourself valuable. Read my lips, valuable. Okay, all right, so I really do hope these lessons are, I really do hope we actually get to apply these lessons in our lives or in our career path. And you should also, yes, one thing I would also like to mention is for you to actually have a plan for your career path. Okay, have a plan for your career path. So if you're going into education like myself, into teaching, into whatever field it might be, even as an entrepreneur, you should have a plan for your business, for your career. Know what you would want to have gained or learned at a particular period of time. in your career. Okay, just have a plan. Okay, so when you see that being at a particular place in time is probably not helping you to fulfill or work in line with those plans, then you know that it's time to change, do something differently. All right, and I know sometimes plans might not go, things may not go the way we plan, but it's still best to have a plan. Either ways, still have a plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C. Have a plan and stick to it. All right, so I really do hope you all found, I really do hope you, and I say you all, well, you might have another person watching with you, but I really hope you found this very, very helpful. If you did, you know what to do. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And if you've actually watched this movie, Who's the Boss, I would love to know what you think about it. So you can do well to share in the comment section what you think about it. And if you have other lessons pertaining career success or business success that you would love to share, please do well to do so in the comment section. Definitely someone will need it, and I would love to see it. All right, so till we meet again, I still remain just the Basile, and don't you ever, woo, oh my, don't you ever forget that I love you, but God loves you best. Bye.
Damn.